people. Hello, and welcome to another SAF Podcast. It is I, your faithful host, Josiah Biggs, the King of Oklahoma, and I am here today with some of our regular guests and some very special guests. Our first guest today is, of course, the mysterious gentleman, Matt Ferrugia. Say hello, Matt.
Hello, friends. It's me, Matt Ferrugia, coming at you hot from the mysterious cold land of Canada, trying to hold it down here for all the wonderful, sexy people in the blistering cold. Hope you're having a nice day.
Thank you, Matthew. And we have a first time, and hopefully he'll become a regular guest here. We have Ben Picari.
Yeah, hello. My name's Ben. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. And my last name is extremely hard to pronounce. I'm impressed that Josiah got it right.
Well, I do have a little bit of practice. I used to be like a cold caller, and so you get pretty good at pronouncing people's names after that.
Nice. All right.
So, but then of course we have our very special guest. Thank you so much for coming on today, and being a friend to the little people. It is Florkofcows.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Flork.
Pretty good.
Once again, thank you so much for coming on. We don't get too many guests here. We almost got Stamper once. That was a big deal.
Really?
We almost did. We almost had a panel at PAX until some things fell through. A while back, I think it was like a year or two ago. We've been doing this for a while, off and on. But no, you're the first big guest we ever had here, Flork. And for those who don't know who you are, could you give us a little background?
I make sock puppet comics online. That's about it.
He made the big meme.
Yeah, he did. Because I know I spoke to some of my friends here at home about you before we started doing this, and they knew your work, but nobody knew your name.
That's how it happened. Not a lot of people know the source for it, so.
Yeah, I remember, especially during the really bad times of Facebook. You remember when people would just steal content constantly, and
They still do.
Well, yeah, but I mean they're cracking down on it at least, and people are getting called out much more than they used to. At least on the sites that I visit or the Facebook circles that I frequent.
Yeah.
But no, because I knew you under some other name there for a while, and then I'm like, what? And then I found your real page. I'm like, what the hell's going on? It was pretty embarrassing. I've been following a fake for a long time, but Matthew, thank you so much for reaching out and getting this guy on here. But I was just up with Matthew in Canada for a while. We were having fun, and we had actually gotten pretty smashed that night that he sent you the request there on Friday.
Yeah, right on.
I'm so glad things went through, but yeah, the podcast that I sent you, Flork, was actually that one from last week. So we get a little sloppy sometimes on the podcast, but we're always looking to have a good time.
Right on.
Nothing.
Sloppy is nice, though.
Sometimes sloppy's good.
I would say at least 30% of our podcast we're all shit-faced drunk.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
something like that.
Especially the Christmas specials and the Halloween specials. The Christmas special was a hoot last year. We had all the original members. We've gone through so many members, and people just wanting to get on and get off and such like that. And I got back. I think almost all of our original members, and we had all just gotten so smashed, and the conversation just evolved into us just telling each other to fuck off and pointing out each other's insecurities. So it was a good time.
Oh boy. Flork, I've actually got a question for you.
Sure.
All right, so obviously you probably had conflicting feelings about that one comic. It's like, hey, you see that guy over there? That's probably by far your most popular one, right?
Just about. Maybe the second most popular right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But did you have conflicting feelings about it becoming popular, since a lot of it, like a lot of times, the people that kind of remix that comic didn't really source you?
Yeah, when it first got popular through Latin America up in there, and it really exploded. Yeah, it was huge there for about a month before it was a meme over here. And for a really long time, I was trying to like stop the pages. You know, like I had a really, because a lot of it was theft, and it was just really hard to see it. And other people trying to sell merchandise for it or claim it's theirs. Yeah. I had one guy on a GoFundMe trying to get money, say that he was the creator of it.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I had to do a lot of stopping, but eventually I just kind of gave up. You know, just let it be a meme. Not that I could stop it anyway. You know, but it was a lot easier when I just started to have fun with it instead.
Yeah, that's the attitude that I hear from a lot of people, where, you know, that happens to them. They eventually just kind of resign themselves to it.
Yeah.
Cool,
yeah, I definitely did have a problem at first when it first came about, because there were a lot of people trying to take advantage of it. Like, whenever a new meme comes, somebody wants to write it out for money or, you know, whatever it might be.
Would you say it's had an overall kind of positive impact on you, like even after all the hardships? Like, have you gotten more followers from it?
That's hard to say. I can't really say it was overwhelmingly positive, because still to this day I'm having to like you know, file things against people to stop selling the merchandise or stuff like that. I wouldn't say I got too many followers from it, but I did say maybe a little bit. You know.
That's insane, because like I literally, like, I saw it everywhere. Like, you really need more exposure from it, and I've noticed you started watermarking your comics too.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I was just saying then that that's probably the smartest way that you could have like tackled it. Like I saw some of your supporters were saying like, oh, the watermark, like it's a unfloor click. And the way that it breaks down is, like, from some people's point of view, maybe that's what it comes down to for them, but at the end of the day, you've got to make sure that you get your credit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The watermark thing was funny, because for a long time, even before this, I did have a watermark to some capacity. And then I stopped doing it after a while, because I didn't think that I was going to really blow up, you know? Mm-hmm. But then I did, and I put the watermark on it. It really doesn't prevent theft or even get traffic to my page. A lot of time people will post a comic with the watermark and think that that's the credit, but very few people are actually going to look at the watermark and type that in the search and go for the source. They're more likely to click back on a link.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with watermark.
Mm-hmm. No, I have to say, a lot of stuff, especially now, like I look for that watermark. Like, whenever I see something or something new, you know, I that's what I immediately do. I don't look at anything, because I have people sharing stuff from all over, because I got friends like, you know, like in Central America, Canada, you know, over in Europe and stuff like that. And so as soon as I look and I see if there's a watermark, as soon as I see that, like, I've trained myself to do it, because I have so many friends who are artists, and you know, who have had at least a little bit of exposure, maybe not as much as you, but, you know, things here and there, and just from seeing what they've had to deal with, I've just like retrained my whole sensibility to always look for something, credit or watermark in the page, especially since Facebook has had that big crackdown, at least over here in the United States, about, you know, giving credit to people and putting a source somewhere in the headline there.
Did they really? Have they overhauled that?
To a certain extent. I remember with, who was it that Ethan from H3H3 busted? Yeah, it wasn't, it was SoFlo Antonio.
Yeah.
That whole breakdown, where SoFlo Antonio was literally just going around stealing people's videos and just putting his headers and footers on it. You know, like the new movie previews where it's always in the header and the footer, and he would just put that over the watermark.
Yeah.
and say it was his, and then he got in some big legal trouble, and that's why you don't see him anymore. He still has his page on Facebook, but it's not as popular anymore. And so that led to a lot of stuff about listing credits, especially to YouTube, when people would just rip YouTube videos, upload them on Facebook, and make money off them. It was a big deal, and that whole scandal with SoFlo just kind of changed the way Facebook did some things and reported things like that. Not that it solved the problem, immensely, but it took some steps.
See, I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to the day when people start claiming to be the SAF Podcast group. That's the sign that we've made it, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, man.
You mentioned that people were making like bootleg merch of your comics. Do you have any merch of your own?
Sure. Well, every month I sell a new shirt, but I try to keep it at just that. There's not really a need for me to expand. With a lot of merch for people to buy, I don't really want to reach for money, but I do sell a shirt.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I've almost bought a couple of your stuff before. And I say almost because it's like, can I make it if I buy one of Flork shirts before payday? Like,
Yeah.
Eventually well, this is, a little embarrassing because I was speaking to the person here, but, eventually I was going to get one of your shirts, it's just, I haven't, I don't know, some of the ones you've put out so far just haven't, hit the right chord with me either yet.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's different. That's why I make a new one every month, so
yeah,
maybe you'll find something you like eventually.
Mm-hmm. And then, I'll put it on and I'll spam your Twitter, and, that way you retweet it, then I get internet famous for about 15 seconds,
There you go.
And the cycle continues on. But,
People will make Josiah into a meme.
Dude, like, I have some memes out there people have made, like, in friend circles back in college.
Mm-hmm.
We had our own little meme page for our own college. And people would just grab people off. They would just take photos, like funny, embarrassing photos from like public events, and just make them into memes.
Oh no!
I could show you some shit, but no. Actually, I had a question for you, Flork. Because sometimes it seems like you really crank out the comics on certain days, and not so much on other days. And I was wondering if you like did them, just finished them and just plastered them up there. You have some sort of schedule, or do you do some advance, or how does that work?
Do you mean by Twitter or Facebook?
Facebook.
Facebook. For Facebook, it's 2 comics every day on there. Twitter gets 2 comics early, so they're about a day ahead. For Facebook, I'll put like reaction pictures or something up for people, but I really don't make more than maybe 2 comics a day.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like, I've some people would just be like, "Oh, it's just sock puppets," but really, like, coming up with jokes, 2 like successful good jokes every day. That sounds really like creatively draining. Like, how do you keep doing it?
There's a lot of people that really like the work every day, and I know sometimes with everything going on that you need to read something funny. So that's what kind of keeps me going with it. That's about it, really.
Mm. I mean, you got some very different styles of humor that you use, like, off and on. And there's stuff that's like some of the really like more random stuff where it just doesn't make any sense, and sometimes the comic just ends. Which I'm a big fan of, and then also you have like the really specific like anime ones that I'm a big fan of, like the one you did the other day about Adult Swim only using Ready Steady Go for Full Metal Alchemist.
I like that one too.
Yeah, I try to think up a joke that I don't think anybody else has made, and I don't think anyone else will make. Usually those end up being super specific.
While we're on the subject of the things that like the different facets of our work that you've made, I'm willing to bet that Josiah is with me on this, but I'm looking forward. But I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got cooking up next for Mage. I'm a little curious.
Oh yeah. Well, I have Sprout, that sequel ongoing right now.
Yeah.
Don't know when I'll get back to it. I'm thinking next week. Everything clears out, so just got some stuff planned up for it.
Right on.
There you go.
No spoilers, Matt.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Nope.
We're not paying him enough for him to give us spoilers, Matt.
No, I'm good. I'm just wondering. That's all.
No, but I mean, I'd have to say, especially in like our group, I don't know if Matt has told you, we have like a big Facebook group that all of us who do this podcast are from is the Hypest group from what originally was Two Best Friends Play and now is Super Best Friends Play with Matt, Pat, and Wooly minus Liam now, the Let's Players on YouTube, and so we had a big group when this whole thing first started. I think we were up to like almost 900 members at one point. Then we had a big falling out, and now it's only like less than 200 of us. And but I mean, like everybody, like I'm pretty guilty of this. Like whenever I see one of your comics up on Facebook, I repost it to our group like all the time. And I know everybody in our group is following you, but it doesn't matter. You're just one of those things that, like you said, it gives everybody a laugh. And that's what I really like about your page. Is as far as Facebook goes for me, I mean, like I look at some of the political stuff, some of the less biased stuff, or just some funny political stuff. But as far as posting goes, I just like to post jokes and funny videos, and YouTube poops, and anything that you can find on Facebook that'll give me or somebody else a laugh is just something that I think needs to happen more on Facebook at least. And I really find that spirit, like you're saying, in your comics. And I can't tell you how many times I've laughed out loud at work reading one of your comics, and people have asked me what it was, and I've shown them, and they don't get it.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. What is that? It's a sock puppet. Oh, but why is it a sock puppet? Is like, it just doesn't matter. It's still, the joke is the same.
Why is that sock puppet going Super Saiyan? It's like, well, you kind of have to. But no, especially oh man, what was it? There was one you did about like gosh, it was Dragon Ball Super, and it was a while back, but that one just took me. I was almost crying. I can't remember what it is for the life of me. But the fact that you keep up with like some current anime and you throw that in sometimes, and like I said, it's just, I don't know, it's just you fit our like demographic really well and our group's demographic really well, and so it's just it's nice to have you on the podcast again. I'm gonna keep saying that just because I'm an apologetic fuck. But I don't know. So how exactly did you get into the sock puppet comic business?
Well, it's kind of hard to. Well, I've been doing it since I was 15, comics. And then I think one day, maybe 2000. When did Pokemon Omega Ruby come out? Was that 2015? Or 2016? No, it had to be 2015, probably.
Yeah, I was thinking it's 15. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's when I started the SOT characters. My first series was a playthrough of them playing that game.
Mm-hmm.
Then I made the page, I think, because I was annoying all my friends with like, all the comics I made every day with it. Because I was putting out like 3 or 4 as I was doing this playthrough of all the SOT comics playing the game. And then I made a page, and I started making comics. So I think it was maybe 2 months after I started it that I started to actually get people liking the page and the comics. And it just kind of took off from there.
Josiah, I just want to interject for a second. I was doing some searching in the background, and I believe that the Dragon Ball comic that got you good you were talking about was Shenron is like what is your wish? And Kron's like, hold up, Shenron, let me eat your ass.
Oh, that was it. Oh my!
Yeah.
That one kept me for like a week, man. Like, just also like, like it's as simple as sock puppets are. Like the faces that they make are just priceless. Like I see your reaction images in more like boards on like chat rooms and Facebook than anywhere else, or anything else rather. And like I said, it's probably because of the company or the people I follow, But still, it's just you're up there, man.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. You're killing it.
Thank you.
Also, but I mean, like, was there just something that inspired you to use sock puppets, or did something tell you, or were you just like born with magic sock puppets, or?
The characters themselves just kind of came because it was what I used to draw to kind of de-stress from regular art practice.
Mm-hmm.
So I draw like just a simple, little guy like that. And then the more I did it, the more it looked like a sock puppet, and then it just kind of went from there. What it was now.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people that I've spoken to didn't know that you had like not sock puppet art. And like a lot of your stuff is really good. In some of your more regular pieces and shows, because I was actually going to ask you again that question later. Did you get like classical training, or did you like go to school for training, or as far as art goes, or?
No, just it was mostly self-taught, all of it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I never went to art school or took any art classes.
That's good, because you'd probably be in a heap of debt right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's always funny that when you meet those people who are, really good at what they do, and then you find out like they went to art school and then like learned to hate art at art school, and it's like, and you just feel so bad, especially like when you're looking at their old portfolios, there's stuff like that, and they had like really good potential, and then now they're like a restaurant owner.
Oh fuck.
Art's just one of those weird things like that.
Yeah, I definitely, I totally empathize with that.
It either lifts your spirits or it completely crushes them.
Yeah, art is tricky.
Yeah, because we have a friend in that group who we keep trying to get on this podcast, but she was always so busy on Sundays, who actually works for the animation studio that's currently working on the new Tom and Jerry.
Oh, you're talking about Christina?
Yeah, Christina. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she loves it, and it's like all she ever wants to draw is not Tom and Jerry when she's off of work.
Yeah.
And all we do is just spam her with Tom and Jerry memes 24/7.
Wow.
But no, I thought, yeah, she went to art school. She did the proper everything and this and that. And her husband's like a math teacher out there in California. But no, yeah, she's been a big part, and she's been recognized by a lot of people. She's our big name artist, but we have a couple in our little group there, at least who got a couple thousand fans, here and there, and our superstars, as we like to call them, because the rest of us are just dirty
plebeians.
Yeah, meme recluses and dirty shit posters, and
let's not cut ourselves too like let's not give ourselves credit. Like, we are dirty plebeians who run a fantastic podcast. Come on now.
Yeah. True.
But no, I mean, do you have anything you want to talk about, Flork, or does anybody else have any questions, or do you have any questions about us? Get you a little bit more involved, I guess.
How's it going?
We run a very professional operation here.
Yeah.
We have extensive questions that we rigorously test for a focus group 2 weeks ahead of time.
At least.
Only 2 questions, though. Just 2 of them.
Well,
We
you know,
asked
I
them
mean,
already.
you get these AMAs that you do, Flork, and you know, and so I've seen a couple, and Matt's seen most of them, and so I mean, it's already like I kind of already know you in some sense, and so it's just because I don't want to ask you. Number one, I don't want to ask you questions that people constantly ask, and that wouldn't be good to discuss in like a podcast setting. And number 2, it's just like, oh well, I already know that, and this is going to be boring. But no, I mean, well, I guess we could tell a little bit about ourselves. Like I said, I was recently in Canada, up visiting Matt for the first time. It was quite the adventure, especially when my cell phone wasn't working for a couple hours, and I was on my own in a foreign country, with nothing to guide me. But
it's a good thing that you bumped into someone downstairs, or else you wouldn't have even been able to make it up to my place.
yeah, that's true. Also, I did. I think I told you already, Matt, but I saw one of your roommates, which I didn't know was one of your roommates, in the parking lot, and almost asked him.
Yeah.
But he was practicing wushu, and I'm like, I'm not gonna bother that guy who's practicing wushu.
The man is very zen right now. Don't cut in. Yeah.
Well, it's like, because I fought in the cage for a while myself, and whenever I would go out, because I was in dorms while I was an amateur fighter, and whenever I would go out, I'd go out like the middle of the night, find a secluded area where there's plenty of space, and then I would just I would shadow box and do my katas and such like that, and I didn't want to be disturbed. I was out there because I didn't want anybody to bother me. I didn't want to go to the gym because everybody always stops you when you're at the gym doing that sort of stuff, and you get heckled all the time. But sorry.
Oh yeah, it's honestly quite a hassle. Like I did mention this to you a while ago. I have stopped since because I want to focus my energies elsewhere. But I was fighting for a while myself, and no, I can relate to, like, it's almost like a different state of mind that you're in, where I don't know, like, I think it's too much to call it you being like a different person, but I can 100% relate to what you're saying when it's like, this is the most detached that I want to be from the rest of the world right now. So just please kindly fuck off is what it comes down to.
Well, it's not only that, but like, it's kind of like a switch. And then also, I've helped put on shows. I haven't been in all the shows. I haven't fought as much as some of my friends. But there are some times where I go and I help them put on shows, fight shows and such like that. And then we go and hit the bar afterwards. And I can't tell you how many times we've been approached by people who just want to start bar fights. And it's just the most annoying thing in the world.
Yeah.
In fact, there was a drunk guy just on his hands and knees once, just asking to get kicked in the face. I don't know if he was like sexual masochist or something, but like the guy literally ripped his shirt off in the bar, drunk as I ever seen anybody in my life.
He's probably a bit of a sexual aspect there. Just gonna go out on a limb.
I'm hoping it was something sexual. If it's not, it's gonna be really weird.
I mean, in that case, it'd be weirder if there was no sexual element to it.
I'm guessing, but no. I mean, eventually he got thrown out. But I mean, and also like, and if you go to like a regular gym where there's not like fighters training as well, people just heckle you. And like some people are like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing?" Da 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 da. And it's they're trying to stir up a conversation while you're trying to do your thing, which I can understand. But then there's also people who just kind of give you that glare and then just kind of like point at you and do this and that and like chuckle to their friends. Even though all they do is lift things and they're really good at lifting things, they're not really good at fighting.
Yeah.
Right.
It's that strange. Oh,
I
I'm
think
sorry.
I think Flork's microphone is messed up or something. He says he needs to head off.
No, that's fine. Thank you so much for being on the podcast, Flork. We knew you were only going to be here for a little while. So thank you so much for putting up with us and joining us today.
Thank you, Flork.
No problem. Thank you for having me here.
No problem.
All right, see you later.
Later.
He's gone.
He is. Bless that man.
What a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I wish we had better stuff ready for him.
That's right.
No, we pulled through fine, man. No worries.
Okay. I'll believe you, Matt, this one time.
Yes. I'm very reliable. You know that all too well based on how well that I can navigate.
Yes.
Very reliable guy.
Both you and Tim can navigate very well.
Are you being sarcastic or not? I can't tell.
It's being
very
facetious.
sarcastic.
Okay.
Very sarcastic.
I have such a terrible sense of direction. One of my best friends told me, Ben, if I was like hired by the mafia to put a hit on you, I would just drop you in the middle of in just like an unfamiliar area. I would even give you a map and you would just die. Like,
Yep.
I have such shit sense of direction. Like, especially in like video games and everything. They're like, Ben, it's just go in the area. It's over that hill over there, and I'm just like, I don't remember. I don't remember where that is.
Well, that's like me. Every time I take a little break from GTA 5, I come back and I'm like, where is everything? Like, because I used to, have it attributed to memory whenever I get back into it and do it for like a couple months, play it.
Yeah.
And then like I leave for like a week or two and don't play it at all, and then I'm just like, where am I? Like, where's the map on the city? Like, how do I get to the bank? I don't. It's just so bad. No, but I mean, like in real life, I have a pretty good sense of direction. It's just I've never been to Canada before. And also Tulsa, the city that I live in, is like a laid out grid system, except for like the highways, but like the major streets are all grid, so it's like, oh, okay, to get over here, just hop a couple streets, go this way, turn this way, it's just follow this road, it's really easy. And really, it's actually hard to get lost where I live, and so I missed that while I was in Canada, because I did get lost trying to get back to the airport to leave. It was almost a bad situation.
Almost, but not quite.
Well, I figured it out because there was like 20 million signs saying airport.
Oh yes, yeah. Canada's pretty good. Well, Toronto's pretty good about that when you get close to the Pearson Airport.
Yeah, that signage saved this brother's life. Thankfully, I did leave early enough that I could get a little lost without, being too late or anything like that. And I still got on the plane early, so that was good.
I never got around to asking you. So, how did you enjoy our big mall, our big square one of Mississauga?
My legs were sore from walking around so much.
Oh.
Well, because I had to check out of the hotel at like 11. And then I had to be at the airport as late as 4, and so I needed at least like 4 or 5 hours to, kill.
Yeah.
And so I just walked around the mall. And
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's weird they have Walmart in a mall though.
Yeah, we've got our Walmart like it might as well be like a conjoined twin to our like Square One. Mm-hmm. So we've got that going on. We've got a bunch of other stuff going on. It's like I mentioned, it's one layer shorter than the Eaton Center in Toronto, but yeah, we got some good stuff going on. It's always a nice place to hit up.
Yeah, it also had free parking, which is why I went there instead of Eaton. Eaton 1 is because Eaton 1 had almost no parking. All of it cost money. And there would be a lot more people there, and I just don't like rummaging through large masses of people for no reason.
Oh, yeah. No one really does, but yeah, you're right.
Unless I have to, of course, but But no, the mall was nice. It's weird that it had, like I said, a Walmart in it, and then it also had a Porsche dealership in it. So those two are polar opposites. I'm not quite sure why they were both in a mall, but more power to you Canadians.
Good old Canada down in the realm of beauteous, wonderful malls. Actually, I think that the Eden Center is the biggest mall that I can think of, but I think you guys over there might have one that can even trump ours. I'm not sure. Do you know of a mall that beats even like our 3-story one?
Yeah, Mall of America.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's I forget exactly where it is, but the Mall of America has like a roller coaster and a theme park in it.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah. Good point. Before I forget, Ben,
Yes.
how it do? This is also your big cast debut. Are you enjoying your time with the SAF?
Yeah, it's pretty nice so far. I just haven't really found a spot where I can say much, I guess.
No, yeah, like
I did have a hypothetical, but I think I want to save it for when there's more people here.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I could just make it. I could just ask you guys now, and then we can all ask the new people every time they come on. I think I've told Matt my. I think Matt might know what I'm talking about. Yes.
Listen, Ben, if you want to know about my most intimate sexual experiences with you, then listen, man to man, we can discuss this, of course, but I'm not sure how comfortable Josiah's going to be because that shit gets a little intense sometimes.
Matt, we shared a bed together.
Never forget.
Never forgetty.
What have you guys been watching nowadays, though?
What have I been watching? Nothing. I've been watching Vinesauce streams and archives and stuff, and then I watched it and played Breath of the Wild, and I was like, I really want Breath of the Wild, but I don't have a Nintendo Switch, so I figured out how to emulate it.
I saw you put up that fucking image on the other chat. On the other chat, it's like, bam, boom, laptop, Breath of the Wild, and I'm like, fuck you.
Not a laptop. I've got a gaming PC.
No, I'm sure your PC can handle it, but I just see Breath of the Wild on a fucking laptop, and I'm like, I just want hard footage of just Shigeru Miyamoto just busting down your door and like a gun to your head.
It's great because on the PC version you can, on the indoor areas at least, it runs buttery smooth 60 FPS instead of 20 or 30 FPS.
That butter.
How good are your settings on Breath of the Wild? Do you have more or less the equivalent of ultra settings going on for that?
It's just it uses a Wii U emulator called Cemu, which has been going really well because they're on their Patreon. They're earning $20,000 a month to develop this emulator because everyone wanted to play Breath of the Wild on PC.
But no one owns a Wii U.
Yeah, pretty much. No one owns a Wii U.
It's dead. It's gone.
I justified to myself
I own a Wii U.
I am going to be getting a Nintendo Switch because in December I'm going to be going to visit my girlfriend in Scotland, and yeah, and so I wanted to get a Switch so that we could have some fun two-player games to play together.
You should get Snipper Clips. I hear it's a good one. Yeah.
I'm going to be getting Snipper Clips, probably Mario Kart, Super Mario Odyssey, because that's actually two-player. You can play as the hat if you're the second player.
Wait, what?
Yo, fuck off.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that at all.
Yeah, and you can't die if you're playing as the hat. It's just supposed to be stress-free, just super casual.
Hey Ben, have you seen? Speaking of Mario Odyssey, have you seen Hotel Mario Odyssey?
Hotel Mario. What are you talking about? No, I haven't seen that, but I do know about Hotel Mario.
Oh, I posted it somewhere in the chat. Somebody took, like, in the latest trailer for the game, they took out Mario and they put in Hotel Mario doing all the sick flips and jumps, and it put his audio overlaying everything.
Luigi, what are you up to?
Princess to invite us to the castle, eh?
Hope she has lots of spaghetti.
Sure is nice of Princess to invite us to the castle.
You do that way better. Fuck off.
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh, spaghetti. Luigi.
Ho, 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 ho. That Bowser laugh, though.
Have you seen the drug PSA of the guy who like played Mario on the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, telling kids they'll go to hell if they do drugs?
Yeah, I've seen that.
And he's like dressed as Mario too.
Have you seen that clip from the Super Mario Super Show where it's like, oh look Mario, you got some spaghetti on your overalls. And he's like, fuck you, Luigi.
Does he really say
He
that?
says it. He does.
He does not.
I'll send you the clip. I'll send you the clip after we're done with the podcast, and you can listen to it yourself.
You should edit it.
When you say something like when you say something like that, like I automatically.
Matt, you're breaking up. Matt, you're breaking up.
You're breaking up, buddy.
Oh, how about now? Is this better?
Yes.
Okay, good. When you say, it sounds like you're saying "fuck you, Luigi." Like I'm gonna have to go on and like assume that this is like a YouTube poop or something.
No, this is the actual show. I just posted the link down below. This is undoctored.
Okay, alright, let's watch this. You should edit this into the podcast at this part.
Don't worry, I will 10 steps ahead of you. Don't worry.
That's right, Mario. And by the way, you have a little piece of spaghetti on your overalls.
Don't worry.
Okay, let's see.
But no, this is for. I mean, this is like, oh, what? From like one of the first couple episodes. Man, I love these old guys.
Time for a new day. But as we always say, that's right, Mario.
Oh my god!
You have a little piece of spaghetti
What?
on your overalls.
Was this on TV? Was this aired?
Have a little bit of spaghetti
Or was
sauce
this like a
on your shirt,
blooper?
As usual. Oh, really?
I couldn't hear him say "fuck you, Luigi" because Ben was talking.
Oh, I'm sorry, BB.
It's alright, you
No,
can watch
it's
it later.
fine. Yes, I can watch it later. That's okay.
No, yeah, that was on TV. Yep. It went
That's-
straight through the censors.
That's you know, did you guys sorry, have you seen the live action How the Grinch Stole Christmas movie with Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
That's real?
A lot of people. Wait, what? Have you never seen this, Matt?
Oh no, shit, wait, I forgot. No, I somehow like had that deleted from my brain.
Oh my
That somehow deleted itself from my brain. Like there's only
Okay,
Looking
so
about.
a lot of people don't remember this, but at the very end, like after Grinch becomes a good guy, he's talking to Sidney Lou and they're about to sled down the mountain, and she's like, "Are you okay, Mr. Grinch?" And he goes, "The sun's shining bright and the powder's bitching." And then
Yep.
they sled down the mountain. And
Yep.
one instance of that aired on ABC Family. All the subsequent airings of that
Cut it out,
censored that part.
Oh god, that's fantastic.
ABC Family
forgot about
censoring our favorite Christmas films.
And I watched this all the time as a kid, and I didn't remember it.
No,
Do you remember how Will Ferrell cursed a dozen times during the production of Elf?
No.
No one does because it got censored. See,
Oh.
there you go. Doing their jobs.
I think that's in the bloopers. I don't think that's in the actual theatrical release.
I have the DVD of it. I've watched it like plenty of times as an adult. Like,
I mean,
just
I watched it in like theaters like twice. I don't remember any swears.
Does he
Yeah, I
say
know.
"damn" or something? Or are you just pulling our legs?
Does he say heck?
No, I am actually pulling your legs.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
No. But speaking of ABC Family censoring, I saw the Willy Wonka scene in the old one with Gene Wilder, where they're going through the tunnel, and there's all those scary images on the tunnel wall, and it freaks you out, and it's mesmerizing and such like that.
Mhm.
I saw it once on ABC Family with the tunnel scene, and then again after that, never again. I've never seen the tunnel scene on TV. After that, once I saw it when I was really little. For whatever reason, like once I started growing up, they cut that scene out of all the public broadcasting of it.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's a problem.
It's not even that scary of a scene. Also, they cut out the scene where the hands grab the jackets off the people and the hats, because apparently that's scary too.
It's too spook.
Too spook.
We going too hard on spook gauge has reached 11, folks.
Speaking of spook, we almost got Big Spook is coming up, ain't it?
Wait, what big spook?
Next Tuesday.
Is that Halloween?
Spook.
Yep.
Oh boy, I have no plans for Halloween.
Then why don't I just do like a watch together of some like scary goofy shit?
Nah, man, I'm having a Halloween party at my house. We're having potluck and watching spoopy movies. And
Pretty good.
I bought a whole bunch of regular sized candy bars to give out to the kids.
Ooh, regular sized?
Yep.
Man.
Well,
you're going crazy.
They have this big case that's full of like M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, Snickers bars, and Skittles, and you can get this big case of like 52 of these for just like $25. And so I saved up a little money, and I'm like, I'm gonna treat the kids right this year.
Yeah.
And then when we move next year, they're gonna be really disappointed when we're not here anymore.
Pour one out for all the lost candy.
But yeah, I live
Pour
near
all
an
the
elementary
fingers.
school, so there's tons of kids that come by.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah, it also
good,
means
though.
that Sterling can never come over to my house.
What is this running joke with Sterling?
It's not a running joke, he's a pedophile.
Oh. Wait. Hold up.
Shut up, don't question it.
Okay.
In fact,
It's better when it's bagged.
Alright.
in fact, the fact that I even said pedophile is already breaking one of the rules of the joke, so, you know.
Yeah.
Alright.
Don't worry about it.
Alright. I mean, you're gonna tell me not to worry about it, but you're telling me that it goes to... I mean, sure.
Ben sounds so like uncertain, like, yeah, okay.
I
yeah.
won't worry about it publicly. I'll worry
I don't worry about it in private a lot.
Yeah. Exactly. Alright.
Oh,
So I think it's time for my hypothetical, and I'll introduce this hypothetical to other people as they come on the podcast. But
yeah, go on, man.
here is my hypothetical. What is the minimum amount of money you would have to take to fuck a fish in the mouth until you come? Now there are some ground rules. Alright.
Go on.
There's some
Go
ground
on.
rules. There's two versions of this. One of them is just so it's this guy. He literally has a briefcase full of cash, the specified
Right.
amount. It's just something that he enjoys. He likes the fact that he can pay you to fuck a fish. That's
Right.
it. He's not gonna jerk off or anything. He's just gonna watch you. The first version is only you and him and the fish know about it. The second version is he uploads it to Pornhub, and it becomes the #1 trending worldwide video.
Okay, I got two questions.
Okay.
Might happen. Okay, is the fish? Okay, three questions.
Yeah.
Okay, is the fish alive or dead?
The fish is very alive.
Okay,
I mean,
fish-
depending on how long you take, it'll probably die.
Well, yeah,
very-
but it starts out alive. Okay.
Yes.
Number two, is the fish warm or cold?
Very cold.
Okay. This is a challenge then.
Yeah.
Number three, is your face going to be shown in the Pornhub video?
Yes.
Okay, then I wouldn't do it for any money because that's illegal and I could get arrested for that.
You wouldn't do it for any money.
No.
Come on, man. That's all right. If you had to do it, let's say that you wouldn't get arrested. All right.
Okay, so if I was in Canada where bestiality is legal,
Yes.
Right. That's correct.
Wait, is it actually?
Yes.
you can give a dog a blowjob.
Nice.
You can do that then.
Nice.
But
I think that's legal, but penetration is not legal.
Yeah.
So like,
It's a fish. Who cares?
no, like what I'm saying is for the Canada bestiality thing. It's like a soft yes, like a very soft yes. Like much more so than you guys would be in the States.
yeah,
Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
it's
We're
like
fucked up,
it's
man.
like going to mom and she says no, and then going to dad and he says maybe.
No,
Anyway.
son. You only live once, all right?
So, question one: minimum amount of money that you would take if only you, him, and the fish know about it.
50 million.
50 million.
Yep.
50 million. That's the minimum amount of money if only you, him, and the fish know. So if somebody said, "I will give you $25 million right now if you fuck this fish," and only you and I will know about it, you would say no. You would say no.
Yes.
You'd say no. It has to be 50.
No matter if there's anybody else in the room, or if he records it or not, I need at least $50 million so I can erase my existence from the world.
Wow. You guys have way higher standards than I do. I said that I would do it for $15,000.
I mean, see, but this is the thing, is with a hypothetical and you say, oh, well, you can say any money, it's like, well, why wouldn't I say this much
Hypothetical what?
money?
Wait, what? No, I'm saying what's the minimum amount of money?
I know,
If
but
you keep going lower and lower.
but the fact that I can name my price and you know how much I would do it for, and something that I wouldn't ever do normally or at all, and you're just basically making me answer this question. Why wouldn't I make the price so high?
No, but the point is, it's like.
No, I know the point. I know
instead of
the.
you naming the price. He keeps. what is
No,
the
no,
lowest amount
I
that you would
understand that,
offer?
but I mean, with hypothetical questions where you can name the price, because that's basically what a minimum is naming the price. Okay, what would you do this for? Name the price, because you could say what's the minimum you would do this for,
Yeah.
but it's the same thing though, because I mean,
guess. Not to me.
well, not to you asking the questions, but anyone answering can say whatever they want.
I mean, I don't even think that I came up with this question. I can't remember.
But I mean, you kind of understand what I'm saying here, right?
Yeah, I do. Matt, what's your answer?
Okay, look, I've got a couple things to make clear here. If the one offering me the money is just some random guy, like some random guy that I don't know and I'm probably never gonna meet again, is like, hey, hypothetical, money for fish fucking, then I'd probably say something similar to what Josiah's saying. Like it would have to be somewhere between $50 to a good $75 million. Now, that being said, if you were the one to offer the deal to me, like if you came
I'd do it for free. I'd pay you money.
I do it for free.
But wait, there's more.
Because that can be something that the two of us laugh about like later in the future, and
You know, with your kids.
And that much peer-to-peer bonding is worth $50 million. So if it's you and I, it's free. If it's some random schmuck, it's $50 to $75 million.
You guys have extremely high standards. Maybe I just have no shame.
There you go.
I have a healthy amount of shame, thank you.
For me, if it was just to be in the do about it, it would be $15,000. If it was like the whole world knew about it, it would be like probably like I'd say $10 million would be enough for me.
Because you're never gonna go someplace and work and not have one of the coworkers say, "Oh, hey, you're the fish fucker."
I would completely own up to it. I'd be like, yeah, and I also have $10 million now.
No, but see, that's the thing is that now you have $10 million. You never have to work another day in your life.
Exactly.
Well, it depends on how like frivolous you are with your money. Like 10 mil is not what it used to be.
I would
You
take
can
all
invest.
of it
You
and
can invest
it,
half that money and not have to go to work. You have a broker. You hire a broker.
Half. I would invest like 9 million of it. I'd probably keep 1 million. I'd invest the rest, and then most of that would just be in a savings account or a vault or something somewhere.
Well, I mean, I'd invest half and then use a quarter of it and then put another quarter into like an emergency fund.
Like fish fucking money vault, like in big letters.
Like if I were to receive like anything less than like a good $30 million or something like that, then I would probably want to continue working in my life. Like if I got 30 plus, then I'd be like, okay, maybe I can retire today. Like it would have to be something like astounding, you know, which opens our way.
I mean,
like 10 mil would not be enough for me to like throw in the towel. That's too risky to me.
Too risky. Maybe 1 mil, dude. But like for 10 mil, you could get a house. You can pay all your taxes. You can live a very modest, overly modest life, and not have to worry about anything. Yeah, I mean, heck, you can even start your own business. I mean, easily with that sort of capital. I mean, as long as you don't just go out and buy out, like 30 million or 30,000 sports cars, you're gonna be. Living pretty good with $10 million. I mean, most people in their life only make about $4 million. I mean, and that's like middle class wages.
Yeah, but I'm a warrior. That's why my friends call me Whiskers.
Okay. Because you're curious like a cat, right?
Yeah, good. Someone catches it. Thank you.
I got another hypothetical for you. Yeah.
So Ben,
yes,
Ben, you have our answers, and now we have your answer, regardless of whether or not we asked for it. So, do you have a second hypothetical?
I do have another hypothetical. I did not come up with this one though. I'm pretty sure I came up with the fish one, but I can't remember for sure. This is a pretty popular one that I've seen. Okay, you get $10 million US. And immortality. But a snail with the same benefits begins to hunt you non-stop, and if it touches you, you die. What's your plan?
Well, like it's not that bad, Ben, when you think about it, because okay, no, like if it touches anything that I'm wearing or comes in contact with my skin. Like, can it touch my shoe and I die, or specify further? Come on.
Let's see. Let's just say that if it touches anything that's touching you, you die.
Okay.
Not including. Let's be reasonable about it. Like clothing. If it touches your clothing, you die. But like if you're holding a sword and you attack it and it touches the sword, you don't die.
But that's still pointless because the snail is immortal.
Yeah.
Okay, How about this? What I'm gonna do? Okay, the snail cannot die since it's immortal, so that's fine. I'm not worried about it. I would invest like a few dollars of my like 10 million. This is gonna be like a few bucks. That's it. Take like a really sturdy, like a fish tank. Just like just like flop upside down like over the snail, and then life is good. But I would have to put it in a place where someone's not going to come along and go, hey, look at this immortal snail. Maybe I'm going to, let it free. Yeah. So I'd have to, like, you know the mentality of, like, you keep your friends close and your enemies closer? Like, I would want to keep the snail in my house, locked up in, the a dungeon with, like, a really secure, like, cage and tent, like, over it. So I can come and check up on it every single day. And if I could do that, then I'll take the deal.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not a deal. It's just this just happens to you. Yeah. This just happens to you. You can't stop it.
Okay, now Ben, when you say it has the same benefits as you,
it It's
Details.
immortal, and it also has $10,000.
$10 million?
$10 million.
Okay, that's what I thought you got. Okay. And so what I would do is I would engage in guerrilla warfare tactics, business v. business, wherever he's getting his money from. Wipe out the business that gives him his funding. Totally what?
Yakuza tactics.
Yes, and completely bankrupt the snail, and then shoot him into space, JoJo Part 2 style.
All right. This guy says he would spend $1 million on propaganda in China and make them believe powdered snail is more potent than tiger penis, rhino horn, and shark fin combined, and they'll take care of the snail for him.
That's not bad. Ben, these are some good questions.
Oh no! Even better. I would reveal one of Hillary Clinton's secrets to the snail,
Oh.
and then she would take care of the rest.
Yes.
Jesus Christ! And put him in a duffel bag with the padlock.
They'll find a way. There's plenty of guys on Backdoor Page and Craigslist that are willing to kill for the Clintons.
Welcome to the Conspiracy SAF Podcast.
How is it a conspiracy at this point? Like, literally, everybody who's brought up evidence for them in court has died mysteriously.
Oh no, I'm completely agreeing with you, and I lean liberal, and I agree with you, buddy. I fucking hate it.
Well, that's because the Clintons don't have a political preference. They just go where the money goes.
That's true.
They're
Anyway.
They're more Republican in the '90s, and now they're more liberal now because it's more profitable for them.
You know what I want to do?
What do you want to do?
Speaking of Hillary Clinton, I had a dream.
A wet dream?
No. God, no. God, no. I had a dream. I was playing Star Wars Battlefront, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I was like in the game, and it was really realistic. And Hillary Clinton was a character. And she was getting into her X-wing. And I tried to punch her. And she did that anime move where she caught my fist in her hand, and the ground, like, her like feet scraped against the pavement, and there were like sparks flying up, and then I blacked out. Hillary Clinton was too powerful for me.
Nani?
Nani?
Oh man, what was it? There was somebody during the campaign trail who did that. What was it? It was that My Hero Academia parody with Trump as All Might, and then like beating up Hillary Clinton as All for One, and it was so good.
I do remember this. That actually got dubbed eventually.
Yeah, that was amazing. Oh my gosh. But
Yes,
no,
sir.
yeah. Politics aside, no, the Clintons are evil and need to be stopped. So, get on that. Let's get on that.
Welcome to the hashtag woke podcast with your host.
The Awoke cast, correct.
Welcome to Wokecast, home of the Wokecast.
If we could, put her on trial in one of the states that does allow the death sentence, I think that'd be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, facts and knowledge aside, you have any more hypotheticals for us, or are we gonna cut this one clean here?
No, I don't have any more hypotheticals. I think 2 is enough. I can't blow my load all at once. I gotta spoon feed you guys.
Well, fucking good luck convincing me that after last time that we got together, Ben.
All right,
Ben, does your girlfriend know? Ben, does your girlfriend know about Matt?
Yeah, definitely.
Does she? Are you certain that you let it slip?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay, good.
She read the texts.
Why are you making so many calls to Canada?
Your wallet.
Your was $500.
What's this website you keep getting emails from? DataCanadian.com.
Datamat.com.
Meet your Matt.
All the profiles are just Matt.
It's
Set up an entire dating website just
only
for
for Matts by Matts. I'm Morty from Rick and Morty.
So are you saying that like this is just for like a dating site for like a bunch of guys named Matt? Or,
No, it's
is it
just a dating site.
500 profiles of just me?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's all profiles of you, and it's like different parts of your personality. It's like the smooth Matt, the nerdy Matt, Matt who likes sports.
He doesn't have too much activity going on his page, but yes, we'll throw him in there.
He's like once I watched a baseball game while I was flipping through channels.
It seemed pretty nice.
I caught it for like 1 minute and then I got bored.
It seemed pretty okay.
Little known fact, I actually played basketball in my youth, a fair bit, and I was actually part of a local team. The catch is the catch that some people like don't get, and I can't relate with most people on this is I have a thing where I enjoy like going outside and like shooting some hoops. But I don't like watching sports, because when I'm watching sports, my thought process is I could be the one shooting those hoops, but I'm watching these guys shooting the hoops.
Yeah,
Which sounds hypocritical, because I'm a huge fan of Let's Plays.
yeah.
And in that setting, it's like I could be the guy playing this game. But at the end of the day, that gets more onto the personality of the people doing the videos, whereas like for sports, it's just straight up like it's
You're just watching. Yeah, you're just watching a guy do a thing, and like you don't really get to know the players' personalities or anything.
Exactly. That's the big draw for me, is like, who is this guy doing this thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Homa.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter. Peter, what are you doing? I love Patrick Warburton. There's literally no role that he won't take for some reason.
It's great. It's like it's Vin Diesel, but really good. Or not Vin Diesel. Gosh, who was that? The Die Hard guy.
Oh, Bruce Willis?
Yeah, Bruce Willis won't say no to a role.
I used to get them mixed up too.
It's because they're both bald and action stars.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and look up something for you guys that Patrick Warburton actually showed up in once that you would be surprised of. 1 second, I'm getting it for you now. 1 second.
Tack and the Power of Juju was a weird show that he was in.
I had forgotten that existed until just now.
Yeah, they had that game and the Nickelodeon TV show, and the game was alright. It was supposed to be like the new age platformer or whatever.
The roast of is this like a college humor video?
Yes.
It looks like a college.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it.
Is
Why
it
did
on
I
there?
know from the thumbnail that it was college humor?
It's because that crappy pixel art they use.
Yeah.
It's smooth, but also supposed to be pixel art.
He showed up in the fucking roast of Mario College Humor video.
Well, yeah, but College Humor gets a whole bunch of celebrity people to do stuff every once in a while.
Battle against Donkey Kong. The battle against Donkey Kong.
I do Kronk.
My spinach puffs. I've got a friend who can do a fucking fantastic Patrick Warburton impression. He just, to correct me, he just, whenever I join voice chat on Discord with him, he just goes, "Hey, Peter."
Yes.
So is this what the end of the pod? Is this what happens on the tail end of the podcast? Is we just start making weird noises at each other?
No, this is something that I was directing at Josiah and Tim when we were hanging out in person. Like whenever there was like a 5-second silence, it would be me going, yes, oh yeah. Which is that, you know?
Cockroach.
Marge!
Yeah.
Marge, I don't know my character development. Where's my donut?
Where's my character, Merge?
Oh my! I am your character arc.
That's pretty good. Homer! Homer!
You make me
I think we're an Undertale.
I go get eggs for Bart.
Eggs for Bart.
Josiah and Tim were actually the ones to introduce me to Oni Plays.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah.
Then we watched a whole bunch of XRA to Xavier Renegade Angel.
If you like Oni Plays, you'd probably like Sleepycast.
Yeah, but
I
it's
bet.
dead now. It's dead.
It's what?
It's dead.
The end? What?
It's dead.
Dead.
Oh yeah, it is pretty dead now, which sucks.
No, I mean they
But-
literally like died and disbanded, and freaking Mick got that tattoo too.
Yeah, but remember he said like even.
Yeah, I know it's a good remembrance thing, but you know it's just kind of funny. Like they lasted like almost 2 years and gone.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's
They
funny
were
because
super
that
popular
sucks.
too. Like
See, the reason I'm bringing in hypothetical questions is because that is one of my favorite fucking parts of the podcast. Like the hypotheticals make that podcast.
yeah, that and oh gosh, who was it? It wasn't Niles, but gosh, who was it? A Spaz Kid? I forget his real name.
Corey.
Yeah, Corey. He would always like try and make his own rules for the hypotheticals.
He's like, I run away. He's like, Corey, you can't do that.
It's like, no, you gotta answer the question. Would you do A or B? He's like, I do C.
Does John Jackson ever come on this podcast?
He did in the very beginning. We're trying to get him back, though.
He, has he ever told you the story about how he circumcised himself?
What?
I believe I remember hearing rumors of the tale. Nothing from him directly, though.
In the,
After the things that like he's done, I wouldn't be too surprised. But no. All right.
He circumcised himself. The reason I remember it is because he was listening to Sleepy Cabin while he was doing it, and he remembers the episode that he was listening to while he chopped his foreskin off.
Why was he circumcised? Why wasn't he in the hospital?
He didn't want to pay money. He didn't want to pay to go to the hospital.
So you just watched the YouTube video how to circumcise yourself?
Yes, that's literally what he did, and he put ice cubes on it and like took a bunch of painkillers
Oh, jeez.
and just numbed it himself and used a scalpel.
Okay, at least he used a scalpel, not like craft scissors or something.
No. It's like safety
No, not
scissors.
safety scissors, but like craft scissors, like the you know.
I know.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to do it with safety scissors. It's not supposed to cut flesh.
He sent a picture of the aftermath.
Oh,
Not of the actual foreskin.
and that's gonna be a thumbnail for this podcast.
All the blood-covered paper towels. It was awful.
Oh god.
Just you should really get in on that other chat because we've got some real good,
Oh, you should.
degenerate shit going on.
Let me invite you right now.
It's something. Man.
I know Matt was showing us when we were in Canada all the your guys' goofy chat, and then never invited me or Tim.
No, I just didn't get around to it because you weren't like, hey, like send me like a link to that. But yeah.
It's a little rude, Matthew, to ask in someone else's private conversation.
Oh,
Matt.
I'm at fault. I see.
No, you're not.
One second, hold on.
Yeah. Good time. I sent him the image of the short conversation that we all had, Ben, of Bjorn asking, "Hey, what are you guys eating tonight?"
Yeah.
And then someone was like, "Ribs, tendies, nothing," and then it cuts to me going, "Ass."
Yeah.
Oh, it's a real good moment.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Eating booty like groceries.
Oh, wait a sec. I'm gonna hit you guys hard with a good one. Because what I do every now and then, Ben, is I don't think that I've mentioned this to you yet, but sometimes I'll take like a particularly good moment from the chat, and then I'll do like a screen capture.
Yeah.
And And I don't like going go around showing them off to like I just anybody, but like I'll like keep it for myself just to like scroll through my phone, laugh
Yeah,
at, right?
I do that sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. 1 sec, I'm gonna hit you guys with something good.
Oh boy.
Hopefully
Dude,
something good.
It was weird one time when I found an archive of like the chat, like back when I first joined in like 2012. That was bizarre.
I think
Josiah? Is Josiah in our big Facebook group chat?
Isn't that the one that we're getting him on now?
What? No, is he in the Facebook group chat? He's not.
What are you
He
talking
should
about?
probably- The one with the one that we're talking about, where you're talking about eating ass.
Yes,
What?
that we'll get him in on it. There you guys go.
All right. Wait, what did you send? Yeah, I love that.
Oh gosh.
Chris is fantastic, man.
I love Chris.
Yeah, it's great.
Chris is the one who brought me into the Hypest fan group.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
weird because now my friends list is like half people I know in real life, half people I've met through that group.
I'm looking forward to the day when either I make a trip to the States or you take a trip here, Ben.
That's pretty saucy.
That's gonna be a saucy day.
Oh yeah, you live in
I live in Tennessee.
yeah, Tennessee.
I up until recently I was living in Alabama with some other group members, Michael Yakeley and Kayla Hollis.
Oh okay. Yeah, I thought that's how it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't follow like the like just the other day I realized that Sean and Cassie were or Casey.
Yeah.
Is it Cassie or Casey? I don't.
Cassie.
Cassie. Okay.
I think it's fascinating.
We're dating, and I'm like, oh okay,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Here, Josiah, I'm sending you that hot invite right now. 1 sec.
Pretty hot, pretty spicy.
Pretty spicy, pretty sultry. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this sounds like a podcast to me.
It does.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a good podcast.
This
I-
was a good one.
Yeah, I gotta go get ingredients for tacos, man, because it's Taco
Ooh, that's
Tuesday on Sunday.
Sounds good.
Yeah, boy!
I even go out and get the Taco Bell like seasoning because I love the Taco Bell tacos so much. They actually sell the little flavor packets in Walmart, and you can just buy it and flavor your own tacos like Taco Bell. So
Sounds pretty nice. Well, this is a fun little introduction. I feel like it started out a little rocky, but I think it got better.
Oh, yeah, of course, man.
yeah,
Like,
you know, just me, you know, embarrassing myself balls out on screen with Flork, but
It's fine.
No, you held things together fine, man. Trust me.
Yeah, you did fine.
I'm trying.
I'm trying my hardest. I also just invited. Well, did I? Yeah, I invited you to the Discord server as well. Josiah. So,
Wait, which Discord server?
Oh, that one's a real shithole sometimes.
The big boy.
No.
Club?
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Ben, you post some depraved shit sometimes, man.
Yeah, I remember Ben posted stuff on the Hypest Discord group before it died immediately.
Oh yeah, that is still a thing. Wait, what did I post?
What did you post?
What did I post? I don't remember posting anything bad.
Well, relatively speaking.
Probably Quentin that posted weird shit.
There's some conversations in the not safe for work area that was interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. I remember that now.
No, like I'm saying, like Ben, like by our standards, like all the stuff you post, like I I fucking love it. But like
Yeah.
I'm talking like this from the point of view of like the everyman who
Yeah.
like could hypothetically walk through our Discord chat and just go, what the fuck are these kids doing?
Well, I'm not inviting everyone. I'm inviting Josiah.
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
I'm not everybody. I'm a nobody.
Get your story straight, Matt.
All right. Well, Matt, you want to sign us off here?
Do you want me to be the one who gives us the big goodbye?
Yes.
No problem. All right, Ben, we have a little tradition. Would you like to hear our tradition?
Yes.
Okay, what we do. Oh God, I'm so bad.
MXC.
Thank you. There was once upon a time a show called MXC, and at the end of each episode, they had this little tradition where they would always scream, "Don't get eliminated," in unison, and we're carrying on the love. We're carrying on the tradition in this wondrous podcast. So I'm going to give us a countdown from 3 to 1, and then please join us in on that, okay?
I won't be screaming it because I'll have people come in and be like, "Why are you screaming?" But I will say it very close to the microphone.
It's fine. You don't have to shout. Just say it loudly.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, you know what we do, folks. 3, 2, 1. Don't get eliminated!
All right.
Bye-bye.
I like it. Bye.
See you in your dream.
Bye-bye, sexy people.
Bye.